Thursday evening, sun hanging low, sky whiskey gold on the old dirt road. I was sitting by the window of a rundown bar, watching dust swirl slow like prayer to a star. I used to bow my head, make myself small, apologize for breathing, apologize for it all. Sorry for my laughter, sorry for my voice, like existence was a burden, not a rightful choice. A cracked little mirror hanging over the sink showed a man half faded right on the brink. I whispered to that ghost looking back at me, why the hell are you kneeling? Who told you to be? I said, Lord, I carry guilt like a stone in my chest. Made myself the sinner just to let them rest. But if speaking truth makes me loud in their eyes, then let thunder be my voice when I rise. I ain't apologizing just for standing here. Ain't shrinking down just to calm your fear. If I speak too true, then that truth's divine. I ain't sorry for existing. This life is mine. I ain't asking permission just to take up space. Ain't begging for approval from another face. Tonight I walk with a spine like steel. I ain't sorry for living, and I ain't sorry for being real. Next morning at work, harsh lights burning white. Someone said to me, hey, you're a little loud tonight. Old reflex stirred, the word sorry rose like a handcuffed instinct. A chain I chose, but I felt some shift deep under my skin, like a furnace breathing, a storm rolling in. I met their gaze steady, no anger, no heat, just a mountain answering a stream at its feet. My voice low, calm as a smokeless fire. No, I'm not sorry for speaking what's true. You can keep your softness if it comforts you. You could hear the silence fall like a dropped glass cup. They didn't say a word, just shut the hell up. I said, Father, I've been till my backbone bled, tucked in my truth just to keep folks fed. If honesty's a sin, then tonight I'm stained. Let that stain be sacred, let it never be clean. I ain't asking permission just for standing here. I ain't shrinking down just to calm your fear. I ain't apologizing just for standing here. Ain't shrinking down just to calm your fear. If my truth is loud, let it echo holy. I ain't sorry for existing. You hear me slowly. I ain't asking permission just to breathe God's air. I ain't wearing your shame like some burden I bear. Tonight I walk in a skin that's mine. I ain't sorry for living. I ain't sorry, not this time. Not this time. Not this time. Not this time. Walked home under a silver blue sky, dust moving quiet like it stepped aside. And I realized a man don't need pardon just to be alive. I ain't begging for space in this world no more. I am the space, I am the door. And if heaven's keeping record of the words I refuse, let it mark tonight in cold clean light. I finally stood tall and didn't say sorry for being me. Broke into their bar, just looking to breathe. Boots still muddy from the miles on me. Whiskey in my hand, back turned to the crowd. I was quiet, but my silence used to be loud. We stumbled up, breath smelling like rusted gin. Eyes red, words sharp, drunk on his own sin. He barked, you ain't shit, you ain't nobody's son. The whole damn room froze like the fight had already begun. I felt that old fire rise in my blood. The boy I used to be, built for fists and mud. I saw my own reflection in the bar's cracked chrome. A man who fought everyone, cause he hated fighting alone. But I ain't wearing that ragged crown no more. I've buried too many battles to keep hunting for war. There's a peace inside me, built from scars and prayer, and I ain't breaking it for some drunk hearted. So I looked him in the eye and let my voice stay calm. You're wrong, boy, I ain't the man who needs to prove I'm strong. I turned around, set the whiskey down, and walked out slow with my boots on solid ground. Didn't hit back, cause I finally understood. When you're done with the old self, the old fights die for good. I remember the days I'd lunge like a wolf, beating sword with knuckles turned out in a proof. Thought pain made me righteous and rage made me real. Thought bruises on my skin meant I knew how to feel. But I've carried my sins through the cold of the night, held them up to heaven under pale moonlight. I've asked the Lord his strength to strike or strength to stay, and he answered in silence, but the silence showed the way. So when that man shoved my shoulder like a dead to react, I let him push the body, not the spirit. I got back, I walked through the door into the cool night air, with a heart that burned steady and a soul laid bare. Hell, I didn't walk off cause I was scared to bleed. I walked off cause I don't feed the need. If you gotta swing to feel tall, you're still standing small. But if you can turn away, you've outgrown it all. So I looked him in the eye and let my voice stay calm. You're wrong, boy, I ain't the man who needs to prove I'm strong. Then I left him there, fist tight, pride cracked, fighting someone who wasn't coming back. And folks in that bar didn't see me shrink, they saw a man on a higher brain. Some men win by breaking bone, I won by walking on my own. You'll never catch me begging for the fight, cause I ain't owned by anger or night. I don't need to swing to stand tall. When your worth ain't up for wager, you don't answer to the call.
You're sitting by the fire with your boots in the dirt, beer in your right hand, laughing loud like you don't hurt. Your friends slap your shoulder like you're carved out of rock, say, hell, this one never breaks, he's bulletproof stock. but inside your chest there's a clock wound tight. Each joke you throw's just hiding a fight. You've been holding up the sky like a man made of steel, masking every crack, every bruise you feel. You glance at the water, see a shadow shiver. Just a man with a smile that's learned to wither. You ain't faking for a medal or to win some crown. You're just scared what falls out when you set that weight down. Your voice been chained in your throat for years, iron made of pride and old unpaid tears. And I hear your soul murmur under your breath, I ain't unbreakable, I just been breaking in silence. So you drop it, you speak it, you quit performing strength like it's a carnival act. You say I ain't as fine as y'all think, that's a fact. And the firecrackers quiet as the truth hits bone. Your friends look different when the mask gets thrown, cause you ain't made of stone. You just stop pretending that pain ain't your own. You talk slow, not shaking, not begging for pity, just laying out the way you've been hauling through the city. Speak of pressure, feel your loss is ghost, and you ain't trembling, you're just being honest. Most no tears spill, just truth in your breath, like a man giving oath on the edge of death. You ain't confessing to a jury or kneeling to a priest, you're just setting your damn soul free from the beast. Someone mutters, man, we never knew. Another says, quiet, guess strength ain't always loud. And in that circle of silence, you finally stand real in your own bare skin. You ain't hiding behind that painted grin anymore. You dropped the armor, let your real thunder roar. You didn't fall, you didn't crack, you didn't drown in confession or get swallowed by the past. You just breathe like a man finally born, like a sinner who learned confession ain't weak, it's a storm. You walk with a weight that shed, not chained, like some rust got scraped off your name. They don't call you the tough one that never feels pain, they call you the one who don't lie to remain. Strength ain't a stone, it's a truth carried clean. You stop performing for the crowd, started living unseen. The fire burns lower, the night stands still, and that's why you look taller now that you ain't made of steel. Cause the ones who survive ain't the ones who don't break, they're the ones who look hurt in the eye and stop hiding the air. And if there's a blessing in this rough cut life, it's this cold, quiet revelation. True strength ain't silence, without shame or hesitation. Midnight on the front porch, yellow lamp burning low like a tie-dye. Rain hitting the wood real soft, smell like wet dust and goodbye. She stood in a loose red sweater, arms crossed like a closed church door. Said, why can't you try to be like other men? Why can't you just try a little more? I look down at these hands I earned, scarred knuckles, rope burns, callous and bone. I've been trying my whole damn life, just not in the way she wanted me to be grown. There was a cracked mirror by her doorway, my face in it looked half faded, half gone, like I've been cut out of my own reflection, just to fit inside hers all along. Her voice was thunder on a tin roof, sharp, wet, unforgiving,
And I heard my own heart whisper, you don't disappear to keep someone living. So I stepped into the rain and let it crown me. Let it wash off the man I pretended to be. I said if I gotta lose myself just to love you, that ain't love, it's the death of me. Death of me, death of me, death of me. I walked slow through the storm, boots heavy, like each step was a vow, not a flee. Some folks fight for attention, I just fought to be free. A month passed and then 6 in a year. Empty bed but not an empty soul. I learned to drink bourbon with silence, not loneliness but control. Sometimes I heard her voice in memory, soft like a ghost that never stops asking, why didn't you change for me? My answer came back steady and unshaken, because I bled enough bending for others. I won't carve myself hollow for you. I lit a small candle by the windowsill, let wax smell like old regrets dying. Took out a leather-bound prayer book, not to ask but to say, Lord, teach me to love without lying. Truth can hurt like a shotgun echo, but a lie kills slower than rust on a blade. And I'm done worshiping in temples where I ain't welcome as the man I was made. Now when they ask me, you ever loved deep, son? I nod and half smile through the smoke. Yeah, and it damn near erased me once, but I stand taller in my own shadow now, like a cross that built itself from bone. If love requires me to vanish, then I'll walk this road alone, 'cause I ain't waiting for a woman to tell me I'm worth the fight. I'll stay single till I meet one who sees me clear in the lamplight, who won't ask me to shrink to fit her or trade my fire for ease. If love can't hold the truth of me, then love ain't the one I'll see. And in that cold, honest moonlight falling over the open land, I swear this oath without flinching, I won't burn myself again just to warm someone else's head. It was 09 and some broke ass offer, cheap blinds, bad coffee, buzzing yellow light. He stood there holding his box of papers, hard all knotted like a rope pulled tight. Old boss leaned back with his boots on the desk, tie loose whiskey breath, fake church talk, tapped his pen on a pink slip, smirking. Boy, you ain't got what it takes to lead this block. There was a cracked glass cross on a dirty white wall, dust on the frame, no halo, no shine. He touched that cross like a man touching judgment, felt small as a stain in somebody else's shrine. On the drive home, rain hit the windshield hard, wiper blades beat like a tight old drum. He told his girl, guess I ain't the chosen one, baby. She kissed his scars and said, then choose yourself, son. Those words stuck to him like smoke in his jacket, like rust on a chain, like a slow set fire. But every graveyard shift Every cheap made dollar turned that in soul into fuel. In a black wall choir he'd whisper, Lord, I ain't asking for crown, just leave me the guts to keep my feet on the ground. So when the day came back around and the old man tried to drag him down, he didn't curse, didn't swing, didn't prove he was right. He just stared through that man like he'd outlived the night. No verse, no threat, no raised up voice. He let silence do the talking, that was the choice. Some words don't need a bullet or a fist on the line. He just let the insult walk out and die in its own quiet mind. Later in a downtown hotel, carpet too clean, air cold as sin. Industry meeting, glass doors, gold name tags had his name at the top when they walked him in. He wore a black suit cut, sharp round the shoulders, old leather boots from his broke days still on, silver cross hanging under that collar like a secret truce between a sinner and dawn. Old boss was there with his cheap grin, polished hair dyed dark over miles of regret, swirled ice in a glass, stepped close and chuckled, well, hey, you finally look like somebody, I guess. Projector hummed like a far-off engine, screen glow painted everyone pale blue white. The room got quiet when the host said he's running his own outfit now, numbers looking tight. Old man leaned in for the killing blow, hoping for a flinch, for an angry rise, but he just turned, met that stare head on. With years of storm sitting calm in his eyes, he could have spat back every sleepless midnight. Every prayer said drunk on the edge of the bed. He could have thrown those words like bottles of whiskey. Look who's leading now, straight at the old man's head. Instead he breathed in slow like taking Eucharist fire. Let the heat pass through, left the ash on the wire. He just raised one hand to the room real steady. He said, let's get back to work like a natural born chief. Chest lit, pants click, eyes turned toward him. In that quiet shift he walked out of his own disbelief. The old boss stood there, smaller in the doorway, gold watch heavy on a fading trembling wrist. Truth hit harder than any loud cuss word. A throne made of ego ain't built to exist. He never said you were wrong about me, never needed that blessing from a rusted old tongue. He let the insult rot in its own cold silence, like a dead black bell that just never got rung. Folks say vengeance is fire, but he learned the darker art. I don't need your hallelujah, I became my own damn heart. When the door swung shut and the old man left that hall, he bowed just a little, not forced, not told. Cause some prayers ain't spoken, some wars ain't shouted, and some small cruel gods just crumble when they see what you've grown. That's how they tell it in that dust town circuit, over cheap bar whiskey and neon signs. Not everyone needs blood in the open. Some insults die quiet when you outlive their time.
It was past midnight in that busted tin garage, one bare bulb humming like a sick old hymn. Dust lay thick on every shelf and socket. 6 years later, staring back at him, I kicked aside some chains and empty boxes. They're in the corner like a grave unmarked. That old red toolbox waiting in the shadows, like a coffin holding every chance I parked. My hand shook when I wiped off all that metal. Lid creaked open like a chapel door. Every inch and span of bloom with rust, like dead men lying cold across the floor. And I felt just like a preacher
funeral of my own plan. Standing over what I killed with these same two hands. I said it ain't the dream that died, it's me that laid it down. I dug that grave with every maybe later that I crowned. 6 long years I let my fire rot out on the shelf. The night I walked out of the funeral of my own damn self. I picked up that rusted wrench real careful, like I was lifting up a coffin lid. Steel was bleeding orange down the handle, like all the years I'd thrown away and hid. I laughed once bitter like cheap whiskey, said, look what I did to you, old friend. You were built to turn 1,000 stubborn bolts, not to die waiting on my lazy hands to mend. Then I grabbed some sandpaper from the corner, started scrubbing like a sinner at the font. Rust and blood mixed red across my knuckles, each scratch a prayer I never thought I'd want. Some busted radio hissed a Sunday sermon, preacher's voice cut through the oil and grime. It ain't too late if that heart's still beating, and I knew that line was mine. So I laid my guilt like filings on that concrete dirty floor, and I swore that night this dream of mine ain't see a coffin anymore. I said it ain't the dream that died, it's me that walked away. I was the man who nailed the lid on every break and better day, but I scraped that grave dust off my tools, raised them from the shelf. The night I walked out of the funeral of my own damn self. Like when folks ask why these hands move fast and cut so clean, why every bolt I turn sounds like a vow I mean. I just smile and let the silence tell the story for my name. Cause once you've watched your own dream buried, you don't let it again. I was standing in the yard where I learned to breathe, tin roof sagging, wood walls tired as me. Folks used to tell me, boy, don't dream too high, men from this dirt ain't meant to touch the sky. I passed booths with duct tape, work shifts for spare change, lived in a small box of life with a long range ache. I pressed my hand against that splintered door and felt every year I lived there before. I said, Lord, if this is where I'm from, let it not be where I stop. If you gave me wings, they weren't meant for the crowd. I come from rust, but I rise toward steel. I was shaped by hunger, but I walk with will. My past ain't changed, it's just the ground I grew. I ain't done walking just cause that's all they knew. I looked at that small house and I told the night clear, I come from here, but I won't end here. I tossed $2 million dong in my pocket, all I had to my name, but I lit a fire in my ribcage that burned like flame. The old folks muttered, he'll fall, he'll crawl back like the rest, but I kept walking like a pilgrim with a brand new chest. At the bus stop sign, I took one last glance and whispered to the shadows like calling a stench. You're part of my story, but you ain't my throne. I'm done being shaped by ground I've outgrown. Then I climbed aboard, hat tipped low, no farewell, just go. I said, Father, if the journey breaks me down, let it break towards something higher, not the ground. If this heart must bleed to push past its frame, then make every red drop worth the flame. I come from dust, but I carved out more. Crossed each failure like a pilgrim shore. They thought I'd die where I first took breath, but I turned that fate like a horse from death. 'Cause roots don't dictate how far the tree will climb, they're just the proof of the starting line. I look back years later and they finally knew that ain't where he belonged, that's just where he grew. And as I stood by that house with a stronger spine, I felt no shame, just a clean red line drawn between where I was and what I chose. 'Cause coming from small don't mean dying small, not for a man who learned to outgrow his shadow and stand tall. Used to jump at every spark like a powder cake thin. Any fool talk tough, you be first to begin. Never let a slide slide, never let a word go. You throw fists at shadows just to make a show. But that Tuesday morning, office humming low, coffee steam rising slow, radio glow. He walked up grinning, poison in his jaw. You ain't skilled, you just look, that's all. They all held a breath, waiting on the blast, waiting on the old you, fast and brash. But something in your eyes didn't rise to fire, just a man who's done with petty desires. You learn some wars are fought by fools, and some kings don't step off their stools. You didn't last back, didn't feed the flame. I didn't give that boy the honor of your aim. You just smiled slow, like you'd seen his kind before, and chose the mountain instead of the floor. You said, I'm busy building bigger things than your mouth can kill. You left him drowning in his own cheap will. The real climber don't kick every stone inside, he's too damn focused on the higher height. I swear you didn't even tense your fist, didn't meet his venom with your own this. You just grabbed your coat, turned toward the stairs. I said on something worthier than this. He barked behind you, try one last thing. Walk away, boy, you're scared of the ring. You stopped, but didn't turn around, didn't break your stride. Just said, I don't waste my time punching mud. I've got mountains to ride. He shriveled in that silence like salt in the sun, while you walked on, not quick, not dramatic, just done. Some battles prove who's small inside, and some men ride by not being tied. You didn't last fight, didn't justify, didn't quit. You just let his words fall flat off your back. And though he yelled louder like a man unmade, the only voice that mattered was the silence you played. The real warrior don't wave his sword for show. He uses his strength for where life needs to go. You learn the rarest kind of win that night, the one where you walk away and still burn bright. Oh, he's still stuck there, mouth running on fumes, choking on echoes in that quieted room. But you moved on toward the summit crest. You don't fight every fool, just climb with the rest. 'Cause a real mountain man don't throw hands at every stone. He keeps walking, keeps rising, and stands taller. Alone, no, no, no. We were laying on the porch, midnight spinning slow, cricket choir singing soft, moon hanging low. You rested on my shoulder like you trusted every part, and I tried to look unshaken like a rock with no heart. I'd always worn the armor, always kept it tight, played the strong man's role with my jaw locked right. You'd seen the cowboy, the calm, the proud, but never the storms that scream behind the cloud. I said, Lord, if love is real, let her stand where I don't shield. If she's to walk beside my flame, let her see me before the name. You asked me if I ever knew fear, and I didn't hide, I didn't disappear. I looked you in the eye and let truth speak through. Yeah, I'm scared of a lie, but I don't let it rule. I let the crack back, show, let the shadows roam. Let you see the places I don't boast or own. And instead of stepping back, you stepped in close and held my hand like someone who knows. I told you about the failures that still echo in my bones, the jobs I lost, the nights I wept alone. I showed you scars I never named aloud, how some were self-made and some were from the crowd. I spoke of that dark stretch when faith ran thin, when I nearly walked away from my own skin. And I said strength ain't never meant being bulletproof, it's just learning how to bleed and still stand on the roof. You didn't flinch, didn't wear pity in your eyes, didn't treat me as smaller, didn't patronize. You just held on tighter like you claim your right to stand with me in both shadow and light. Father, if love is forged, let it be forged in truth, not lies. If she stands with me when the storms rise, then maybe she's the answer, not the disguise. You asked if I ever felt weak or small. I said hell yes, but I still walk tall. I showed you every weakness I tried to hide. You stayed by my side, 'cause love ain't worship and love ain't pride. It ain't a stage with just one side. It's two souls standing with their shadows unsheathed and choosing each other with every breath they breathe. So if heaven's taking notes of what love should be, let it ride tonight, where you saw the real me. I ain't perfect, ain't fearless, ain't untoned by life, but the night I showed you darkness, you didn't fear the night. I used to storm out like a hurricane roll, slamming every damn exit, rattling every door. I thought a loud exit proved I was strong, but I just looked noisy, not right, not wrong. Me and an old friend talking late one night, beer bottles on the table, old porch light. We laughed for years, fought side by side, but that night his words cut like a rusted ride. It poked at every wound I tried to heal, digging fingers right where they'd still feel. I felt that old fire start to shake my chest, but a new kind of mercy held me at rest. I said, God, if anger's my only shield, then I ain't learned a thing from any battlefield. Give me iron calm, give me quiet mind, let my silence do the speaking in this fight. I didn't shout, I didn't curse his name, I didn't rise to a little game. I just stood up slow and let the rage go still. Walked to that door with a tempered will, I closed it soft with a gentle air. quiet door. He snapped at me hard. You always walk away 'cause you're weak. Those words aim deep like he wanted me to break. But I just looked at him, not angry, not stung, just done with the game we both outgrew. Then I spoke, plain as truth, in a dusty sky. I ain't walking away 'cause I'm weak, I'm walking away 'cause I'm free. I took my coat, set my hat real straight, gave him one last look that didn't burn, just released. At the door, I didn't shove, didn't slam, I let it close, gentle, almost polite, like drawing a curtain on a dead scene. I said, Father, if pride once drove my hand, let peace be the backbone where I choose to stand. If war build me, let come refine the steel, teach my strength to bend, but never kneel. I didn't scream, I didn't beg to be seen, didn't play the fool in the old routine. I just shut that door like setting down a stone, not in anger, but in coming into my own. And behind me the silence spoke more clear than 1,000 curses thrown in fear. I didn't leave as a boy, I left as a man who no longer needs to prove that he can. I heard later he stood there, still as a graveyard cross, not humbled by me, but ashamed by himself. And I learned something on that quiet night. A gentle exit carries more might than any slam door in any loud fight. I ain't running from conflict, I'm walking from noise. And that's the night I learned true strength ain't loud, it's choice. Summer's dropping behind the gas station roof. I was sitting on the curb like a worn-out hoof. Another job lost, another plan gone south. Dust on my boots, bad taste in my mouth. I'd been bitten bad by world running mean, thrown off horses more times than I care to be seen. Folks say life is gentle if you play along nice, but I've been fed that line like a watered down rice. You could see the weight hanging off my bones, like chains forged from every failure I don't. Still deep in my chest like a hot coal's gleam. Something whispered, you're tougher than they dream. I said, God, if I'm meant to be breaking, why do I feel harder after every shaking? If my cracks turn to iron in the cold night air, then maybe the breaking is the way you repair. I ain't getting weaker, I get harder to kill, like a blade forged slow by the blacksmith's wheel. Every fall I've taken, every wrong turn made, I stand up sharpened by the edge of the Later that night, my buddy sat beside, kicked a pebble in the dirt and asked quiet like, you don't ever get tired of all this hell? Ain't you worn down by the stories you tell? I looked at him slow, let a breath unwind, felt every scar welded in my spine. I said every time life knocks me flat to the floor, I get up harder than I was before. No drama, no rage, no pity for the pain. Like a man accepting the hammer and the flame. I got up, brushed the gravel off my jeans, walked on head high, no fragile dreams. Started rebuilding right that damn night. No waiting, no morning, just ready to fight. I said, Lord, if the price of strength is bruises and scars, then I'll carry them proud like medals of stars. Don't spare me the furnace, don't spare me the beat. If you're making me steel, then turn up the heat. Cause I ain't getting softer, I get harder to break. Every wound I've carried made me harder to shake. I ain't born delicate, I was built in the rain, turning every damn failure into tempered grain. You can doubt me, curse me, mock me at will, but I sharpen in silence and I climb uphill. See, I don't run from the fire, I walk through still. I ain't weaker from losing, I'm harder to kill. So if fate comes knocking like a hammer again, let it swing, I'll take the hit without bend. Cause the man who's hit day after day crumbles in dust or turns iron gray. And I ain't dust, not anymore. I'm steel that learned from every blow before.
It was close to midnight, glow from the screen. Some drunk stranger snarling in the comment stream. I used to chase approval like a thirsty hound, bend myself round every voice in town. If someone frowned, I'd twist into shape, try to sand my edges so I'd fit their gait. I'd wear 10 faces just to earn one nod, forgetting my own like a mask in the fall. Phone in my hand like a loaded gun, each word hitting harder than a steel toe stun. My heart tightened up like a fist in a fight, then loosened like a rope falling off in the night. I said, hell, if everybody loves me, I ain't real, just a painted shell with nothing to feel. If being honest means drawing a line, then let them hate what's mine, cause this voice is mine. I ain't here to be liked, I'm here to be me. I ain't shrinking myself for the crowd to agree. If I'm too rough, too loud, too raw, fine. I ain't changing my shape just to fit in yours. I walk through fire just to stand this tall. Let them throw their stones, let them watch me fall. I'll get back up like a man born old. I ain't breathing for your mercy, I don't need your hope. I read another line. You think you're something, don't you? I'm gonna sit back
I'm sorry, but I caught myself clean, like slamming a door between old me and now. I laughed once, not bitter, not wild, but like a man sitting down a burden he never had to carry. I said to the screen, soft but solid, if everybody likes me, then I ain't me anymore. Then I turned off that phone like blowing out a candle, set it face down like a dead idea. I lay in bed with my own breath for company, no audience, no witnesses, no permission, and down, that sleep was clean. I said, Lord, I've been kneeling in a crowd for years, starving for praise, drowning in fears. If freedom means standing alone sometimes, then let their judgment ring. It don't echo in my mind. I ain't here to impress, I'm here to exist. You can keep your gold star, you can keep your list. I'll take truth over sweet words, flawed but mine. I'm done begging for your nod just to walk my line. I ain't crafted for comfort, I was built for grit. Ain't polished for the masses, I don't owe them shit. You can like me or not, that's your soul's choice, but I'm done lowering my heart just to soften my voice. So if heaven's writing names on a sky of blue, let it carve one message clean and true. A man is finally free when he wakes, not needing a single damn approval. And I woke up like that today. Friday evening, yellow hallway light, her apartment on the corner looking too damn bright. You were standing in her kitchen, boots on her floor, your jacket on her hook, your soul at her door. She picked your shirts, picked your friends, picked your tone, turned your wild, mean heart to a nice, tame stone. Every time you spoke up, she'd tilt that head slow, say you should ask me first, you know how things go. There's a Bible on the counter with a lipstick stain, little silver cross hanging off the chain. You touch that metal like a man on trial, ask is his love or just chains and a smile. You say, Lord, if this is love, why's my chest feel tight? Why my shadow look smaller in a bedroom light? If I'm the one corrupted, bent out of line, why's her hand on my throat every goddamn time? Cause she don't want you, she just want control. Got her fingers in your heartbeat, wires in your soul. Call it romance, but it's all patrol. She ain't holding your hand, she's holding the remote. She don't love you fire, just the way it obeys. How you dim yourself down just a lot of days. Boy, that ain't love, that's a cage on parole. She ain't want you as a man, she just wanted control. Just wanted control. Last night you got a call for a job out of town. Good pay, clean slate, chance to turn it around. You said I'm thinking about taking it, feels like it's time. every baby I'm sorry you'd ever sung. But this time your tongue didn't lay down and crawl. Something stood up straight inside your skull. You looked her dead in the eye, voice low and whole. You don't need a lover, you just need something to control. She laughed once, sharp like a glass on tile. Said you're being dramatic, sit back for a while. You reached in your pocket, pulled out that key, the one that fit her lock but never set you free. You laid it on the table by a cross and wine. No slam, no shout, just a cold clean line. Door didn't bang, it just clicked behind. And for the first damn time you walked out in your own mind. You said, God, I've been the puppet hanging off her shelf, blaming her hands while I betrayed myself. If there's a sin here, it's the part that I played. So tonight I cut the strings with the courage you made. Cause she never wanted you, just your every move, every thought, every breath, every groove you prove. Called it weed, but it felt like parole. She ain't holding your heart, she was holding control. Now you're walking down the sidewalk, midnight clear. No leash on your throat, no script in your ear. Yeah, it hurts like hell, but it's clean, I'm dull. She lost herself a puppet, you got back your soul. She don't love your silence, she don't own your name. Ain't no woman on earth worth trading your flame. Real love rides beside you, not on top of your will. It don't grab your throat just to keep you still. So if heaven's taking notes on the roles you both played, let it ride in hard ink on this breaking day. She lost a little power over one more broken man. And you walked out that door, finally back in your own hands. And you walked out that door, finally back in your own hands.
It was Tuesday evening, about 6:05. Dust on a jukebox, neon barely alive. I was mopping up footprints that weren't even mine. Coffee cups, burnt butts, one more overtime. Same old barroom, same bent cross on the wall. Same sad people shouting my name every call. Hey man, can you? Like a bell in my head, I come running like a dog every time they said Fix their flats, their fights, their late night sin. Held their secrets, held their hair, held their trembling chins. I was the shoulder, the saint, the one they could use, bleeding out my kindness like a slow ball blues. But my back started aching like an old church pew. Hands cracked open from the weight I pulled through. And I looked at that cross hanging crooked and thin, thinking hell wins anyone to carry me in. I said, Lord, I've been good till it damn near broke me. Turned my spine a rope, let everybody choke me. If this is grace, why does it feel like a noose? Silence in the rafters, but my heart cut loose. I ain't your good guy no more. Ain't your last minute savior lying down on your floor. If you're drowned in your mess, better learn how to swim. Cause I'm done going under just to pull you back in. Kinda ain't a collar, and I don't wear your chain. I've been spilling my blood while you dodged every rain. So when you call my name like you always
got time to carry you. Later that week, sun low, sky rust red. I was locking up the shop, boy, stains on my hands. Boss's nephew strolls in, smug tilt to his head. Tosses me a clipboard like he's giving commands. Hey man, cover my shift, I got plans tonight. You good with that, right? You always do what's right. Old habit rolls up, short crawl to my throat like a ghost in my lungs, wearing my old coat. Clock on the wall tick loud as a gun. Years of yes sir lined up one by one. I saw every time I knelt in that dirt, my smile on my face, my teeth in the hurt. Then something in my chest stood up from its knees like a wild black horse finally yanking free. I set that boy down soft, looked him in the eye, voice low as thunder in a winter dry sky. I said no, I'm busy building my own goddamn life, you hear? You wrote my name on every chore, every fear that's done. That man don't live here no more. He froze in the doorway, cheap cologne and pride, like he seen a dead man standing up inside. I walked past him slow, key ringing my fist. Every step I took felt like iron off my wrist. Outside by the dumpster, under one pale star, I dropped my old name tag in a rusty jar. Whispered, Father, if it's sin to save myself tonight, then judge me in the morning, but let me walk right. Cause I died 1,000 times on everybody's hill, sainted, painted, bled out against my will. If I gotta burn just to stand up tall and light the match, Lord, I ain't crawling no more for y'all. Not on my back, like a wild-eyed mare in a ghost town realm. So here's my gospel in a barroom light. Good don't mean dying for folks that won't fight. If you want my halo, you can dig in the dirt. I'm keeping my crown, and I've earned this shirt. I ain't your good guy no more, just a sinner with a backbone leaving that door. And if heaven's taking notes on the things I do, let it write in cold, clear ink tonight. I was finally kind.